What's up, everyone? It is Three Questions and a Song, the podcast where the title says it all, except for when it doesn't. I think I'm going to start calling it totally not Three Questions and a Song, as per Jason Kazora on episode 110 from the band For Those in Question. But with me tonight is Goddamn Wolves. Bringing them up. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hey.
So let's start this. I finally get to ask this question. I usually ask it every show, and it's the easiest question of the night. And I start off with it. But lately I've been talking to like duos and trios, and their name has to do with their actual their birth names. And I can't ask that question. Hey, where'd your band name come from? Well, it's kind of my last name, not yours.
No, well, actually, goddamn is
that's I heard that my whole life. That was. I thought that was my name until I was like 11.
It is from a line in a Throwing Muses song. With the internet now, when you're looking for a band name, it just seems everything is taken. I mean, I think in the old days everything was taken. We didn't know it because we couldn't search the internet. But searching the internet, pretty much everything was taken. So we just kept throwing stuff out. None of us could agree. And then I was just listening to Throwing Muses, my favorite band. And I heard that in the song and I was like, that could be cool. And so I just threw it on the list. And then both these guys were like, yeah, that's the one. And then I was like, well, wait a minute, is it? but then I also came around to, yes, it is. Yeah. So.
All right. So you mentioned that you've watched a couple episodes, so you know that it doesn't get easy after this. But I am going to ask you the pizza question. I'm sure you heard me ask that question. And for those of you that are listening or watching for the first time, it's very simple. Eventually, someday, I'm going to do a different podcast where I go visit all these pizza places. I also have to get a better job. Because I have to be able to afford to travel and the pizza. But
I think the traveling is probably going to be the heftier price tag. I know what you get on your pizza.
Condor eggs.
Condor eggs.
Yeah, it's a condor meat.
All right, so the question is, what is the best pizza you've had because you're a musician?
Okay, I'm going to jump on this. I'm ready for this question. So it's not exactly because of music, but it sort of is. I moved to New York to play music, to be in a band. And once I was in New York, I ended up working at a pizzeria in New York City called Two Boots. And the pizza was great. And a lot of musicians came in and out of there. And I'm sure it's still great. I haven't had it in 20 years. But my vote is for Two Boots Pizza, New York City. The place I worked at, I think, closed down, but it was on Avenue A between 2nd and 3rd.
And we have a song called Two Boots.
We have a song called Two Boots.
One of our first songs.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a band.
And actually, one thing about that is I was influenced by a song by Cat Power, and she dated one of the pizza guys when I was working there. So
there you go.
Full circle.
I have a New York pizza story. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in Pennsylvania. My parents decided they want to take my kids on a bus tour of New York. So I said, if we're going to do this, we have to get a hot dog on the street and we have to try pizza in New York.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah. We got pizza in New Jersey.
Oh. But it's probably still good. Was it good?
It was okay.
It was okay.
I mean,
we're in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I
can't even remember the name of the place. We literally, what's the name of the tunnel that goes under the water into Jersey?
Lincoln Tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, Holland Tunnel, yeah.
One of the tunnels.
One of those tunnels. We were we were just barely in New Jersey. That's where the hotel was.
Yeah.
and we ordered pizza from New Jersey because it takes like 2 hours to go through that tunnel.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm sure there's good pizza in Hoboken and
Oh yeah.
Jersey City.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't what I was like. I'll do this if we do, and we didn't do it.
you didn't get a
Ripped
slice
off.
in New York City. Yeah.
No.
Did you get a hot dog?
Yes,
Oh,
Good.
wow.
Okay.
didn't like it.
Oh, seriously.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
hot dogs are not.
it's still a hot dog.
Yeah.
And
I think the thrill
That's
is you're
right.
out. You
Yeah.
know you go to the hot dog cart. It's
Yeah.
not like the greatest hot dog ever.
No.
Yeah. The tour guide told us that we had to ask them with a New York accent, or they were going to charge us more. And there weren't any prices on any of the carts.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How much? Do you remember how much?
I don't remember, but we made my daughter do it because it was cute,
nice.
and she did it with an attempted accent.
Oh,
She was like
right.
8.
She's got cutie pie discount.
Yeah, there you go.
25%.
That's
Right,
right.
exactly.
But yeah, the kids each took like one bite and didn't like it.
No.
But,
What did you get on it?
Yeah.
Toppings are key.
Absolutely.
yeah, I believe
Fresh red pepper.
I ended up no. It's,
Yeah, you know.
And how old was she? She was 6,
no, I think probably 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Yeah, 8-year-old girl. Like
Yeah.
It was like
fresh
I-
red pepper on my
I
house.
want to say we got mustard and relish, and that was it.
That's good. That's solid.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have gone with sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut.
Well,
Absolutely.
That's you.
That's
Well,
you are such a
I like
sauerkraut.
to think I'm every person.
Yeah.
See, we've now taken that turned into where my podcast is a foodie show, which happens a lot.
Well, start with the pizza question.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We
Right.
had the recording the last sing. Where was that from?
Oh yeah.
Demos.
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 Yeah,
That was pretty
it's
good. That
very good.
on
Yeah.
Glenwood,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glenwood Avenue, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh represent.
That's it.
I've been to New York or to North Carolina one time,
Mhm.
and I was 8.
Wow.
We went to Charlotte
Okay.
for the Coca-Cola 600,
Oh, nice.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right.
and I have nothing good to say about that trip.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
I got eaten alive by mosquitoes, and I got sun poisoning at the track.
Yeah.
So as an 8-year-old and now a 47-year-old, I still remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
Our mosquito situation is not to be messed with. It
No.
is. It gets bad. Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
though.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, we don't
In
have that here in
Raleigh,
Raleigh. We don't
that's
have
it.
mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes here are super nice.
We
That's
solved
super
that.
nice.
Problems.
They would have been like, you need some SPF.
There you go. That's right. That's right. They're actually blocking the sun.
Okay. So this question is the official Build to Scene question.
Okay.
Who is your Dave Grohl? Who would you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their original songs?
Oh. Hmm.
No, you've thought about this.
Oh.
Are we going with them? Are we like joining the band, or we are
Yes.
joining the band?
Oh.
No, we have to play with them.
Yes.
Okay.
Just like the Foo Fighters bring people up out of the crowd and
Yeah.
they play with them.
Oh, I got my answer.
I'm gonna say Betty Serveert. I think I would fit in really well on bass
Oh,
in that band, so I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, that's
Oh wait, hold on. I have to. Do I have to be able to play the song really well?
Well, I mean, have you ever watched the clips where they
Yeah, I have.
up?
Yeah, they do a really good job. Okay, all right. I'm still
yeah, let's say
in.
you've learned the song. You're
Okay,
ready
yeah.
to go.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready to go. Yeah. Then Screaming Females for sure. I would love to play a couple of other yeah, I'd like to do so with that. I don't know that I could do it. I'd have to learn. Like it would have to be their
You
easier
could
ones.
do
but
it.
I
You
think
could
I'd
do
have
it.
Yeah.
to- I think yeah.
I have confidence.
Mm,
Yeah.
well,
Well, if
Thank
you're
you.
going, I'd follow you,
oh,
and we'll both go.
You
play with
both
Screaming
get up there?
that
Females.
would be amazing.
That'd be fun.
That would be amazing.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Screaming Females?
I'm not. but I will.
Jersey.
That's
They're just
right.
they're just from right that area we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
They just sing about how great the pizza is. In Jersey.
That's they have a whole rock album. Oh yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
That's it. That's it.
Yes. We're a great band.
So you guys are going on tour. I'm driving your tour bus. What music am I playing in between tour stops?
This is something the three of us have agreed on. That something we can
Yeah.
all listen to together.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
mannequin
right.
pussy.
Wait,
Oh,
is that okay? The F word's not okay. Is
Oh.
that all right?
Oh, but
I mean, it's a little late now, but keep going.
no, I did not. I said
The P word.
mannequin P.
oh, you said,
Yeah, I did. I said
We do all love that band. We
Yeah,
do.
I
We do.
don't right.
sorry about that.
It's a cat.
It wasn't the F word.
I mean, it wasn't. That's true. You probably didn't imagine
You're-
a scenario where you were going to whip out the P word.
You're welcome. I did not
For
say
now,
it.
he's going to
Yeah,
warn guests
that's right,
about
yeah.
that.
He's
Yeah,
usually so good about saying the P word.
I feel like though that is the band,
A
right?
big
Yeah.
multimedia
Right. What else?
debut.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Anyway,
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
I said not to swear, and then
Yeah.
your band name is kind of.
Yeah,
it is okay for the airwaves,
Right.
though. That
Yeah.
word is all right.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
G.
they say it on the. Oh,
Well,
geez, on
yeah.
the.
Yeah, that
Can you
one's
say the
okay.
P word on the
I don't
airwaves?
know. No,
You can't.
No?
Well, when we were on KNC, that was on their list of no's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the GD was all right.
That was one. They do. You now that you said that, they do beat her when she says
Yeah,
she's from that band.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Oh.
moving on.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But that is
That's
a band.
what you'll be listening to as the driver of our tour bus. Us
Yeah.
Mhm.
talking
So if you
about
don't know them,
weird
check them out
stuff.
too.
They're from
that's
Philly.
a Philly. Yeah,
They're
that's a
from
Philly band.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's Pittsburgh. Is there animosity between Pittsburgh and Philly?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Is there beef?
So I'm a Penguins fan,
Okay.
Okay.
and Philly is not on the top of our list.
Because of
course,
Flyers.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I like Philly a lot, but I don't like any of the sports teams. So
Mm.
Eagles, no.
no,
Yeah.
I don't. Well, the fans are. I
Easy.
yeah, I
They,
don't,
they booed Santa Claus.
You're allowed to.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Half the audience.
I love everything.
There you go.
Sorry, my
I
bad.
love all sports fans.
That's-
Yeah, growing up, man, I loved the Steelers. They were.
Oh yeah.
yeah. But then the Patriots got good. So.
Did they know?
They did.
They
They got really
They
good.
did. They did. That's fair. They did.
Listen, we're kind of in a funk right now where the Pirates are our best team and they're not good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Baseball.
it's cycles. Man. I
And
mean,
it-
Penguins used to be just dominant, right?
yeah, they're not doing so great right now. In fact, you probably don't know this guy, Mark Madden, who's he used to be on WCW Wrestling as a color commentator,
Oh, nice.
but he's on the air on our alternative rock station in Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
But he does sports, and he does sports for like 4 hours during the drive home on an alternative rock station. And he's a huge Penguins fan, and they got crushed by Florida last night by the Panthers, and he was not very nice to them today.
That's when sports radio is at its best, when the host is just losing their mind.
Yeah,
about
that's right.
Their home team.
That's right.
He said it's time to burn it down, get rid of everybody, and if you can get somebody for Crosby, trade him too.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
We'd probably listen to other bands too on the tour bus.
Yeah.
So what's
for sure.
another band
Yeah.
you would listen
That
to?
we all like.
That we all like.
Do we all like
love.
Guided by Voices? Drew?
The two of you would force me to listen to that.
Yeah,
Yes, there'd be a
we
lot of
would.
Guided
There'd be a
by
lot of Guided by
Voices.
We would.
And I it's not, I don't dislike them. I do like that. I think they're really good. I don't think I appreciate them at the level you guys
Yeah.
appreciate them for sure.
Yeah. Few do.
It's true.
That is fair. I mean, Sven.
Sven does.
See,
Our friend
yeah,
Sven
Sven
does.
digs them as much as you guys do. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about your song.
Okay.
Because if you look at the timer, we're way past what I said we were going to do.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's just as much my fault. It always is my fault. So we're going to play your song "Older, Slower," which you released last month, correct?
Yep.
So if you remember on MTV and VH1, they used to do this thing called Storytellers, where they would feature a song and the artist would talk about it. That's kind of what I'm asking you to do here.
Okay.
Tell me a story about your song.
Chris?
Yeah.
I came up with the initial riff, and we jammed on that. And I had just scratch vocals, and for the first couplet, which ended with "older and slower," and then Drew started echoing "older and slower." So then,
Amazingly,
echoing
amazingly, his famous falsetto.
Yeah, his vocal. Yeah, when
It
you hear the
just-
song, check out Drew's vocals.
Yeah.
Incredible. And so then it just became about getting older and slower. And then we had the middle, and then Laura came up with this great vocal line and the lyrics for that part that tied it together. So it's sort of Laura described it as like a dialogue between the two of us, and let me hand it off to Laura for that.
Yeah, I guess it's just, and in my part, I'm just kind of saying, don't worry about it. Just do your thing, and it doesn't matter. You don't necessarily have to be a certain way because you're getting older. You're fine. You're good.
Yes.
But we started co-writing more, which has been really exciting. So it's been fun.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I know, just witnessing it is amazing.
Yeah. And then one other thing, when we went to record it, we recorded with Max Gowan.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Travis
Harrington.
Thank you.
After Dark Audio.
After Dark
It's
Audio.
a new studio here in
North
Raleigh.
Carolina. Phenomenal.
Yeah. So good.
People, great to work with, and we're really happy with the sound that they managed to get. They are super talented.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a moment and listen to that track, and we'll be right back. What's up, everyone? It is Bill from Music from the 412, here to let you know what tickets we have to give away, courtesy of Drusky Entertainment, for upcoming shows. You can go to musicfrom412.com/contests to enter and to see what's available. So I'm going to start on February 23rd, which I will be giving away on the Pennsylvania Rock Show on February 19th. It's Trace Lads with Kilmaine Saints at Jurgles. On the 27th, we have Amy Mann at the Carnegie of Homestead Music Hall. March 9th, we have Punchline and Have Mercy at Preserving. On March 14th, it's My Son, the Hurricane at the Craft House Stage and Grill. March 23rd, the Clarks at the Craft House Stage and Grill. March 28th, Lil Xan, Lexaterrestrial, Slimmy at Enclave. I'm going to show you how to enter the contest, which you only have to do one time. You do not have to enter more than once. So what you would do is pick the show that you would be interested in winning tickets to. You're going to scroll down to where the share for Facebook is. And click on share. Make sure that you tag both Music from the 412 and Jureski Entertainment in that share. Then you will come down to this little form right here, ticket giveaway submission form. You're going to put your first name, your last name, and your email. You're going to verify that you shared to Facebook and that you tagged both Music from the 412 and Jureski Entertainment and hit submit. And that's it. That's all it takes to enter. The email that we get from you from that form gives us your email address so that if you win, we can get your ticket sent over to you. That's all it's used for. We delete the entries. Your email is used for nothing else. So once again, my name is Bill. This has been the ticket information for week 7 of 2024. Make sure you head over to dresskyentertainment.com to see what other shows they have to offer. And okay, so I kind of cut that short because at the end of that, I talk about the Pennsylvania Rock Show, and we're not doing that right now. But I made that on Sunday, and since then we've gotten some more shows to give tickets away, and I have it pulled up on my second screen over here, so I'm going to mention those real quick. We have Luca X Resistor to Smiling Moose on April 6th. We have the Craft House on April 26th with Justin Fabus and the Borstal Boys. Rocky from Music from the 412 is the bass player of the Borstal Boys. On May 1st at Jurgles, we have Noble Hops and Half Will. May 9th at the Craft House, we have Little Miss Nasty. May 14th, Carnegie of Homestead Music Hall, Amy Grant. That's a big get. May 22nd at Jurgles, we have Orgy and Cold. And then on May 28th at the Palace Theater, we have Mr. Joe Jackson Presents. So I see you reacting to some of them because you recognize names. So what we try and do is we try and mix some big name bands that are in the area, especially if they have a local band opening for them.
Oh, nice.
Or like in the instance of Noble Hops and Half Wheel, both of those bands have people in them that are huge supporters of the music scene. The singer and guitar player from Noble Hops actually sponsors and hosts a show on 97.7 out of Butler, Pennsylvania called The Grassroots Show, which is very similar to what I'm doing, except it's on FM radio. And then Half Wheel, let me think what he does in that band. Guitar player, Jazz Byers. He has his own studio, has a little record label. He goes all over the world setting up audio and video conferences. And he does the show, Jazz's Rock and Road Show on Music from the 412. So that one was a no-brainer. When we saw they were together, we're like, we have to give tickets away to that one.
Yeah, nice.
And then, Rocky's band is playing in one of them. So, he owns Music from 412. So we got to do that one too. But we've given away tickets to Judas Priest, Alice Cooper, some fairly big names.
Nice.
Dresky Entertainment has for years has been voted the #1 promoter in Pittsburgh, and they have been kind enough to let us give away their tickets.
Very nice.
But hey, so back to you guys. This one could be a fun. So I want to know about an embarrassing moment that happened on stage, but you can't tell me something you did. You have to tell me something that somebody else did that embarrassed you.
Oh, yeah. I heard this question on other episodes, and I was dreading this moment. So,
I mean, I don't think I have one for this band. I have one for a previous band, but I don't know if that's
you can absolutely do that.
So I was in a band in Los Angeles, and it's a pretty tough town. Everybody's in a band, and audiences they're not generally super enthusiastic. So we got asked to play a benefit, and I'm sure most of the people there were there to see their friend's band do this benefit, not us. And so the reaction was not overly enthusiastic. So our drummer grabs one of the drum mics and is like, "What do you people want? Are you all in bands?" And I'm thinking, yes, they are. I mean, we can't play any harder. What do you guys want from us? It was awful. It was the worst ever. And then people came up and mocked us as well. They, probably should. Yeah, it was awful, horrible, really bad for our singer. I mean, to be right in the front and, have to take the result of this outburst, really bad.
Drummers.
Drummers the worst.
First mistake.
Don't ever do that.
Giving the drummer a mic.
Yeah.
Giving the drummer a mic. There you go. Problem number one right there, right out of the gate.
That's when we first started doing the PA Rock Show here in my living room. Bands would play live, And the running joke was that the drummers did all the talking because they never had a microphone. But it was true. When they were here on the show, that's who did all the talking.
That's
So-
fair.
Yeah, that's all right.
You need
Yeah, I don't mind.
you had smarter drummers, I guess. They worked together.
Or did they say, "What do you want from us?"
Yeah.
No,
Listen.
everybody in this lineup is so like solid, and I can't imagine being embarrassed by anything you guys would do.
It sounds like a challenge.
I
That's what the drummer
Just
hears. The
wait,
drummer
just
hears.
wait.
Oh, really?
All right, we've got some gigs coming up.
There we go, that's
maybe
it.
we can come back
That's
on.
it.
So was a band. They're not together anymore. They were called Fist Fight in the Parking Lot. And their lead singer / guitarist works for the alternative station that I was talking about earlier. And she was not on the show, but the rest of the band was. And I asked the question, and they were like, "Oh, we better not say anything about her because she's not here." And then every single band member talked about something the drummer did.
Oh, nice. See, that's what I said. It's a drummer. I get it. That's fair. Can't argue.
And then it was like, "Oh, I forgot I did that."
Yeah, well, again, drummers.
Yeah.
All right.
We're not in our 20s, right?
Right.
Nobody's going to have a substance abuse issue that's going to spill out
no.
while they're on. Okay, maybe again, just wait.
The night is young.
Wow. Wow.
Well,
Older
that's-
and slower.
That is true.
Sick bird.
So back at that point when we were doing it live here, there would be 40 people in my house,
Mm.
and like bands that lived in the area that weren't necessarily on the show would come hang out. Songs were written in my kitchen, bands formed upstairs. I mean, there's some cool history, but there also was a lot of alcohol that flowed. So you can imagine how the end of the show was compared to the beginning of the show. And none of those episodes are on the website. You can't listen to them.
Oh,
Right.
But if you do want to listen to one where I lost complete control, go to buildascene.com and search. The band name is Bloody Seamen.
oh.
SEAMEN.
Now, hold on. Now we're not supposed to.
No.
But
No.
now we're getting into.
Yeah.
No.
It's a different word.
Yeah, SEA. You said
Right,
SEA.
Yeah. They are a pirate band. They dress as pirates.
Okay.
Yeah. That episode was about 15 minutes long. I was like, I'm sorry, we have to go. Because they were in character and they were in the same house, but in 2 different rooms.
Nice.
And it was before I started doing videos. So like I couldn't tell who was going to say what next.
Right.
And
Probably
like, the captain was the one who was answering the questions, and the other guy was in a different room just yelling at me in pirate vernacular.
So it really was.
Right.
That's
So
it.
I couldn't keep my there was no composure, and I was like, I'm sorry, we're done. So if you want to hear a train wreck, that's the one to listen to.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're leaving a show and there's a DeLorean sitting outside with its door up in the air and a flux capacitor in the back,
Sure.
where are you going in time, and what band are you going to hang out with while you're there?
Wow. I can answer for you.
Oh, can you?
Oh, totally.
Woohoo.
You are going to see the Beatles.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Yeah.
I go to like, oh
Totally.
yeah, that was my answer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I go to the Cavern Club right after they got Ringo, like the second or third gig where they're just
Clicking.
they're clicking. They're like, oh man, we got a great drummer now. Yeah, you're right.
See?
You're right. Yeah.
Laura, I got, I don't know. Is it Throwing Muses?
No.
No.
I mean, if you don't really need like a DeLorean, that's the recent past, right? I gotta, you gotta really use that. You gotta make the most of it.
Yeah, if I got DeLorean, I'm not going to go back 10 years.
What are you doing?
I'll say Blondie.
Oh, that's a solid answer.
How about you, Drew?
Oh, that I don't know.
I was also thinking maybe that the Clash show,
Oh.
that like where Simon and smashing the bass,
Yeah.
like it would have been cool to have been at that show.
I don't know. Maybe probably be some cheesy arena rock show. Probably
That's
something
always- that
big
sounds
from
good.
the 70s, 80s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who are you gonna see? You can see
I don't know. Like,
Kiss,
I've seen Kiss. Yeah.
but not in
I'm
the
old enough.
70s.
No, I didn't. But I saw them when they came
Mhm.
back on their makeup tour. I did see
Right.
that. So like maybe Queen.
Queen.
Yeah, I think I would like to see that. Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
I
I'd
think-
like to see.
With David Bowie. I saw David Bowie, but I'd like to see him.
Yeah, I like-
So did I, but it was
Yeah, I
bad.
didn't
It
like the-
wasn't a good
Yeah,
era. Yeah.
You know, I'd like to see the ELO show with the spaceship,
Oh, shit.
and then the same year see Funkadelic with the spaceship. I'd like to
Oh, yeah.
compare
Oh,
the two
yeah,
spaceships.
Yeah, man.
I like better.
Finally, yeah, that's solid. Yeah, those are good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I also
And then I could be like, guys, nice spaceship, but I got DeLorean out front.
That's right.
Back
I
in
can take
time.
you. Yeah, exactly.
You could wear a nuclear suit and pretend to be Darth Vader.
Crazy.
I will also say though, after watching Get Back, I would like to see the Beatles.
Yeah. of
I
course.
found Get Back just to be. It was amazing watching them create those songs.
Would you have
those
liked
are-
to have been on the roof?
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Okay,
totally. Yeah,
that would be good too.
Yeah, I mean, that it was ridiculous watching the
Right.
creativity.
Right.
Yeah, just capturing that creativity was nuts.
But I think I would have liked to have seen them like when they're still like just super
Yeah,
young.
you
They had
picked-
no
yeah.
idea like
What
what's
was going
about to
to
like.
blow
Well, the later
up.
shows you wouldn't hear anything anyway, right? I mean,
What?
because of the screaming. You
Oh,
went
yeah.
to the later shows, you didn't really get
No.
to hear the music.
But if he was on the roof,
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So I'm in the cavern.
The
He's in
roof
the,
would
I'm
do it.
underground. He's
There you
like
go.
on the
That's
roof.
it. That's right.
That
That's
would
good.
do it.
Solid. There you go.
Hey, one more off the wall question. So you are standing at the crossroads where Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil to become the best guitar player in blues.
Mhm.
Why are you there? What are you going to sell your soul for?
Mhm.
Laura.
I will sell my soul to play bass like James Jamerson,
Oh,
the old Motown Funk Brothers session guy.
ooh. I don't know. You go, Chris. Let me think about it. What you got?
Sell my soul to make Drew a better drummer. No, no,
Oh, yes. No. I would.
no.
Thank God.
Well, actually, we've been making a lot of drummer jokes. Drew is the greatest drummer,
He really is.
and he's just he's been the key to like making this band as
That's
fun as
absurd.
it is.
That's absurd.
No,
But,
it's really
yeah.
true. Like Chris and I, we played music together previously, and it was great. But Drew's like that missing piece, like
Right.
now it's all came together.
I'm just trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Seriously, I do. It's a.
Yeah.
It's a.
Okay,
it's
well,
a-
what are you
it's
what
a
are you
good thing.
selling your
But
soul
yeah,
for?
we
Yeah,
gotta,
what
we
am I
gotta sell
selling?
our souls though.
I don't know. If I'm selling my soul, I'm gonna. It's got to be kept music because the obvious is solving horrific issues
Yeah,
going
we're
around
not-
the world. I'm leaving that
Yeah,
out. Right?
yeah,
Just want to throw that out there. But
yeah.
That definitely does come up almost every time I ask the question. So
yeah. So
But
yeah,
music,
definitely.
yeah.
But on the music front, though, I don't know. I think it would be to. I would like to have lived that lifestyle for a little while.
Oh yeah. The rock and
Yeah.
roll, like the
Yeah.
debauchery.
I don't know how long. But just. I love playing music live. I love playing.
Tour.
I love playing in
Yeah.
front of people. I do. I get a lot of energy.
So you're
out of that.
talking
Oh,
like tour world
so like
And
a
I'm
touring-
tour.
a touring
a
musician,
touring
right.
musician that was just really
So not the debauchery, just
Not
just
just
being
the-
a professional, like
professional
working
going
musician.
and just
Yeah.
going to shows where the people are so excited to see you,
Yeah,
right? Like I think there's such a power in that
right.
I would like to have experienced. Yeah.
I think I might
So-
go with like a voice thing, like having one of those like classic, like,
So you sold your soul, did you?
Yeah.
Is that?
But like, just like a great,
Yeah.
some people whose voice,
Yeah.
voices just like touch you. Like, I would love to like have that kind of power.
Yep.
To be like,
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
All right, so this one, you guys kind of segued for me and don't even know it. So Drew mentioned Kiss, and I've been to quite a few Kiss shows, but I was at a Kiss show that also ranks as the worst show I've ever been to.
I can imagine.
But it wasn't them.
Oh.
what happened?
It was Aerosmith,
Oh.
which again you wouldn't think,
Yeah.
but it was their Honking on Bobo tour. Bobo.
Yeah.
Right there. It's like,
Yeah. Are you familiar with that album?
no, but
That's
just
like
the
the
name.
Blues
Yeah.
covers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're touring with Kiss,
Who's
and they're
just
alternating who the headliner was.
Yeah.
Well, in Pittsburgh, Aerosmith was the headliner,
Yeah.
and I if I had to guess, I think Steven was sick because he didn't sing an awful lot. Like Joe Perry sang leads probably on 3/4 of the songs,
Ooh.
and they only played for 40 minutes.
Oh. Yeah.
And on top of that, they were sitting on a set that looked like Bourbon Street on stools after Kiss was breathing fire and flying into the crowd and spitting blood. And
Huge letdown. Yeah.
it was, yes.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, if I ever had a chance to go see Aerosmith again, I would.
Yeah, no, I saw them. I forget when sometime in the
Crazy,
2000s.
amazing, crying.
No, it was after that. I think it was like was the song Jaded? Was that the song?
Yes, that was on is that on Just Push Play?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I can't believe I pulled that out of my head.
That's nicely done. And they were the thing was it was outside, and the first band came out and it sounded terrible. And I was like, oh, this place, the sound must just be terrible at this outdoor. It was Jones Beach in New York. And I was like, oh, it sounds awful. Aerosmith came out, the sound was like perfect. Like 10 times louder, mixed perfectly.
Yeah.
And they put on a great show. So this was probably like 20 years ago too. So
the second worst show I ever saw, and then I'll let you guys throw some out. I was at a thing called X Fest, which again is that radio station I was talking about, the alternative station. It's called the X. And there was Hurt played. I don't know if you are familiar with them, but it was Hurt, Three Doors Down. Why can't I think of his name now? It's terrible. I also can't think of the band he was in. He sings country now, but he's singing an alternative band.
Darius Rucker?
No, not Darius.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't have any other.
He's like headlining. Like if my brain was working, you'd be like, oh yeah. He was a good reason to be there. But there was another band that was supposed to play, and earlier in their touring that they were doing, the singer fell off the stage and broke his leg. So they replaced them with this band called People on Planes from the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
And those people should have stayed on that plane and not come to Pittsburgh. And I don't normally say that. I usually find something good about every band. No. The people in the front were taking the lemons out of the lemonade and throwing them at them.
Oh, wow.
And I think that was too good for them.
Because they were British?
No, because they were just bad.
Well, now I'm going to go listen to this band, and I'm like worried I'm going to love them. But all right.
I mean, they might have great recordings. They were not good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Hurt was great. If you look them up, I don't think they're together anymore, but they were great.
Yeah.
And I really wish Aaron
Not an Aaron.
man.
I don't know contemporary.
It's terrible.
people,
No. Well,
so-
Casey Musgraves.
Oh, well, you do.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Casey Musgraves.
Was it Casey Musgraves?
No, I
That's-
No.
don't think so.
That woman's a genius. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great song.
Aaron Lewis.
Aaron Lewis.
No,
Don't know who
no
I
idea.
don't know that
Yeah.
either.
Really?
What band was Aaron Lewis in?
it is.
Hold on. Listen, I'm 47.
He came up with half of it. Yeah,
I just spent all day with fourth and eighth graders. He was in Stained.
Oh, Stain. Yeah, I definitely know Stain.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was great. Hurt was great.
Oh,
Um,
No, but the songs.
I can't remember who the third band was, but People on Planes, not great.
No,
No,
pass.
I can't. I don't know. Bad. So was the question a bad concert? We said?
Yes, just a bad experience. And it could be just like the Aerosmith one, great band, bad day.
I don't know. I've had a number of situations where I saw a band that I just thought was terrible, and then they just got huge, and I'm just sort of mystified.
Mhm.
I saw Beck before
Yeah.
anybody knew who he was. He opened for Liz Phair,
Mhm.
and
You never
I
understood.
just thought it was
why that-
awful. I just thought it was terrible. And,
Yeah.
and my friend leaned over and said, he has 2 record deals. And I was like, you're kidding me. That's not going to go anywhere.
And how'd that? No,
yeah,
that's
how
not
that
how
turned
that-
out. Yeah, I mean, good for him. But,
Yeah, no. Yeah.
but that was a very bad show. I saw My Morning Jacket open for Guided by Voices. I thought that was also one of the worst bands I'd ever seen. Pretty soon that was a big deal.
They were at Hopscotch.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I saw
Hopscotch
what
is
is
a
it?
local show we have.
Festival, yeah.
Festival here, 3-day festival that we have in Raleigh. It's fantastic. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Local bands get involved, but they get a bunch of huge national acts as well, and so it's a great event. I think it does a lot for the local music scene here.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
yeah, usually September time frame.
Did you see any bad shows?
No, man,
Never.
I
Drew's
saw-
never seen a bad
No,
show.
Never
I
seen
do
that.
have that problem.
After
That's
every
true.
show, Drew was like, "That
Oh,
was
it's the
amazing."
best. Oh, they're so good.
Not always, but most of the
Most
time.
Most
yeah.
of the
90
time.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
percent
I
of the
do
time.
see a lot of that. Like, I'm always shocked at how.
I know.
Yeah, Hopscotch is always. I'm always very impressed with that.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen a horrible show,
It's not many, right?
but
Yeah.
if the worst thing for me is wasn't as good as I had hoped.
Yeah.
One time I saw the Replacements put on a horrible show,
And you love
and
it.
I love the
Yeah.
Replacements. I've seen them put on some of the most incredible. I mean, everybody says this. It's like,
Yeah,
one
great
night
band.
they'll be the greatest band on the planet, and the next night it'll be just
Train
a
wreck.
train wreck. And sometimes a train wreck can be really fun too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I saw one where it was just a train wreck that wasn't fun.
Yeah, I had to leave one Guided by Voices show because
Yeah.
at the 2-hour mark, everybody was so wasted. They were like falling into the drum set, and it was enough already. And that's one of my all-time favorite bands, but it just
Yeah.
too much.
My wife will tell you the worst concert we went to was Kiss the Motley Crue. I would disagree.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Really?
Her exact words were, "I don't care who Motley Crue tours with next. We are not going to see them."
Yeah.
When was that?
I had a great time.
How was Vince's voice?
So that was like late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh,
So he was still good.
Yeah, he's still getting it done. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them twice. I saw them on that tour, and I saw them on their Carnival of Sins, which that show is the weirdest show I've ever been to.
Huh.
Musically, it was great, but like they had monitors all over the place with like videos playing through the whole concert, and like there were people's heads exploding.
Wow.
This woman came out on stilts with a big hoop skirt on, and a little person walked out and handed Vince an acoustic guitar. I mean, it was just it was very, very strange. And that one, thankfully, my wife didn't go to that one because she wouldn't have went to the one with Kiss. my brother went with me, and at one point I looked at him and I went, "What are we even watching?"
Yeah.
And they had like the Circus Soleil where the people were hanging from the silk that was going on above them while they were performing. It was weird.
That sounds weird.
Yeah.
And it was the week of Katrina hitting in
Oh yeah.
so it was pouring down rain, and a lot of people didn't make it to the actual concert because we have this venue. They say it's Pittsburgh. It's almost West Virginia, like another 5 miles, and you're in West Virginia. But it's an amphitheater, an outdoor natural amphitheater, and people were starting at the top of the hill and sprinting and diving and sliding down the hill in the mud. Well, security was just waiting for them at the bottom and escorting them out. They never saw the show.
Yikes.
I mean, maybe they didn't want to. Maybe they knew what was going to come. They were like, I don't want to see
I heard
that.
about the poster, the little person. I think I'm just going to do the slide.
But so I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me on episode 111.
Me too, yeah.
And for anyone who's not familiar with the show, this one usually airs on the 1st and the 15th. It's not as consistent as my other show, the PA Rock Show, which is every Monday night at 9 p.m. All you have to do is go to buildascene.com or musicfrom412.com, and you can see what's going on there. If you're not familiar with musicfrom412.com, it's basically what MTV used to be, except it's all unsigned musicians from the Pittsburgh area, or the link is you're talking to me, and I'm from the Pittsburgh area. So Pittsburgh-based shows on unsigned music. There are a lot of us. There's my 2 shows. There's one called Jazz's Rock and Road Show, which I told you about earlier. Jazz goes wherever he's at in the world. He takes you on tours, explains what's going on in the towns, calls a band, talks to the band, interviews them in his hotel, and then he comes back to his home in the Pittsburgh area, and they perform in his studio. It's a pretty cool show. We have Backstage Pass, where Randy and Joe X were going out to different venues, interviewing bands in the green room, showing you performances, talking to venue management, stuff like that. We have one coming up soon called Signal Chain, where Dave from We Came From Space and the Borstal Boys sits down and talks gear with local musicians. Rocky's Rock and Roll Symphony, the owner's show. I almost forgot that one. So Rocky has his own studio. It's a talk show type thing. Like he sits at a desk and the guests are sitting in a chair or on a blue couch. It's important. If you see it, it's cool the way it looks. And then he has a separate stage area and the bands perform on the show. He has acoustic on the couch on every episode where there's a band and then there's an acoustic, either duo or soloist that performs sitting on the couch in the interview portion. Pretty cool show as well. We have Space Bat Productions Presents. This is going to sound like I'm putting it down, but it's actually cool. It's all over the place. And by that, I mean, sometimes there's cartoons in it. Sometimes there's interviews. Sometimes there's Trish just talking about her history in the music scene. It's like, imagine what you think someone with ADD is going through in a day and apply it to a music scene. And that's what this show is. And it's really cool because like you don't know what you're going to be hit with. There are other ones. I can't remember them. I'm going to say it again. I'm 47 and the brain doesn't work like it used to. And it's starting to show. Gray's starting to come up. This is very, very recent.
What, Gray?
Yeah. Like within the last couple months.
Whatever, kid.
Yeah. Youngsters over here.
I know. Oh, I'm so old. Give me a break.
Listen, when I started this, I was 20. Wow, let's see, 90s. I was 20 I was 20 when I started working in the music scene.
Wow.
Nice.
So, all right. So we're gonna call this one done.
All
If
right.
you guys want to hang out for a moment, I'll fill you in with some other information.
Okay.
Don't forget to go to goddamnwolves.com. And normally I would ask bands to tell us about what upcoming shows you have. You could do that if you'd like, but there's a good chance that the people here in Pittsburgh aren't coming to Raleigh.
What about our question for your next guest?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I forget. Did you probably heard me at the end of every episode go, oh, I almost forgot. Yes. Your question for Microplanet.
Our question for Microplanet is, if your life were a movie, what song would play over the opening credits?
Ooh.
And again, we listened to Microplanet. We all really dug it.
Yeah, good
Very
stuff.
good.
Absolutely
Very good.
Very
love what's going on
Very
there.
cool.
Love it. Yeah. Great album.
Hey, so now you guys have to watch that episode
That's
to hear
right.
the
Yeah,
answer.
sure. Yeah, I will totally check it out.
Which is why I really should have named this show the Chainmail. But
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
see,
really?
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is good.
all right, so once again, buildascene.com, goddamnwolves.com, and musicfrom412.com. Also, rooterooradio.com in San Diego, on the beaches of San Diego. Also air this one. So check it out all over those places, and we will see you on the next episode.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.